Meanwhile, President Trump, as we mentioned, bringing common sense back to America. That's this military issue, banning transgender women as well from the military is part of this move towards common sense. It's transgender persons both ways. Can I just share with you something fascinating? He also just put an executive order out to ban transgender prison transfer across. So in other words, you got to go to prison with the gender you were born. And listen to this stat, and this was put out today by the New York Times. 15% of female prisoners are transgender, meaning males. 15% of women in prison are actually men. My next guest is all too aware of transgender activism. She was doing an event at the University of Washington when this happened. Raleigh Gaines Center Ambassador Olivia Krolczyk joins me now. Olivia, that's a pretty incredible video. Unfortunately, we've seen that from time to time. We've seen it from Riley. Now we see it with you as well. What did that feel like?
Of course. It was terrifying to know that I was locked in the event space along with the security officers, essentially held hostage by these violent protesters, about 200 of them, including Antifa. That video doesn't even begin to explain what happened. We had windows broken, noisemakers thrown in, fire alarms pulled multiple times. It was horrifying. The police officers actually had to resort to dressing me in police gear to escort me safely out of the building. That's how dangerous the situation was. All because I was going on campus to let them know that we deserve free speech, that DEI should not be in our schools, and that men actually do not deserve to play in women's sports.
Incredible. Look at this rebuttal that's on your screen right now and exactly how you just described the situation unfolding. What does it mean to you to hear some of these common sense reformations coming from the White House when it comes to military service, prison, and every other aspect of our society, including sports?
I think it's incredibly important what Donald Trump is doing. Of course, it doesn't matter if he's writing it into law if we're not actually going to enforce these laws. That's something at the Riley Gaines Center. We ambassadors are going to continue to go to campuses to try and give our speeches about our stories, to make sure that these campuses are actually inviting and promoting free speech. Because Donald Trump said that if these campuses do not promote free speech, they will lose all of their federal funding. And that's very important because, our nation is founded upon free speech. And if we can't even have respectful conversation and debate on our college campuses, it really undermines our education system as a whole.
Pretty simple, pretty true. Olivia, thank you so much for being with us. I don't know if you can hear the theme here between both my last guests, but this is a start, is what they both have suggested. But this is so ingrained in every institution, from higher education to the military, that it's going to take vigilance to ensure it doesn't stay there in the mid-levels of management.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.